Hi, everybody. Joe. Joe is Premium Firewood. Wearing my new green shirt, coming to you live on April 13th, 2022. Please tell me there's no echo in YouTube. I'm waiting for the messages to come through right now. They were talking about storms today. I'm glad we're not getting those because we could lose power. I guess they weekend coming over Lake Michigan, so we don't have to worry about that. It did rain quite a bit today. Um, I did get some splitting in, maybe about 45 minutes worth, but it's been pretty much rain for most of the day, so I just called it a day. And what we got tonight, you can see this is the picture we left off with um, from last Wednesday, Wild Wednesday with Joe. And it's the Joe Show time, man. It's the Joe Show. Did you like my? Did you see my hat from Sunday's live stream? I bet you like that. No echo. Thank you, William. Hi, PJ Dotson. You can see, like I say, it's cloudy out, so I got the shades down. You can keep an eye on the wildlife out there. Um, I might move you up a little bit. I don't know. It looks like you can still you can see the geese. All right, here I have to go. The geese right there. So there's always geese in our yard, and it just ruins the yard. But the other day we had some bunch of turkeys out there, a couple toms all puffed up, showing off for the ladies. Ralph's here. Scott Lindell up in Minnesota. I bet you're getting snow, and that's heading our way. Hello, Kevin. How are you doing? So, like I say, Bill that made my shirt here, the JPF shirt. You see that? My new polo. It's a golf shirt for me. Um, I got like 5 different colors now. I don't just have to wear my red one every time. And the sound's good. That's what I like to see. Hi, Bradley. You're in Long Island, New York. Tornadoes and windy. Tornadoes in Minnesota. I seen Iowa got some tornadoes yesterday. Bradley Raha and Tim Bain. Hi, Tim. How's it going? Thanks for sharing out this link. Like I say, we usually I wait for a few people to get in here, and then we're gonna do a slideshow. Newfoundland, Canada. What's going on, Vincent? Is it cold up there? Living the dream. The big winner. The big winner of the carbide chain from that working man, the hard working man. So you're gonna have to let us know how that works there, Richard Rose, or living the dream. Iron and Oaks here. What's going on, Chuck? Just gonna go through some more pictures here in a little bit. Um, so yeah, uh, my brother's got a supposedly a tree job to do on Saturday, and I told him I'm helping him out as long as I can live stream it, but he cut a bunch of logs. He sent me a picture of a bunch of logs in his truck today. So I'm wondering if he did it today instead. So I don't know. I couldn't get much done today because of all the rain. Rogala. Holla, Rogala. Oh, you like the shirt? Living the dream? Oh, Randy Clay's in the house. Hey, Mom. Randy says hi. Um, Time Man, yep. Time Man's here. Mr. Tuba 58. He's here. Yeah, I already just told her. So yeah, we're just gonna, like I say, hang out just for a little bit here. I'll just welcome everybody in, and then I'll try to check out your chats while we check out these pictures. And we'll go to about 8 o'clock like we normally do. Survivor's on at 8, so I gotta watch that with Mom. And Rochester, Indiana. Are you William? Are you the one sending me all this rain? I don't want any more rain. I like it nice and dry. Mountain Man's in the house. Say, Mountain Man, I sent your comment to Mike. You seen it that he hired you in the live stream on Sunday, and I sent that to him. Your comment says Mike doesn't play games, and he's like, Mountain Man's awesome. I don't know if Mike's gonna be here. Ken Ritchie, keep up the good work. We'll try there, Ken. And like I say, I try to look at you guys right now and talk, but then I can't see what you're saying. I need a teleprompter right behind here so I can look and see kind of like how they do on the news or how Biden does it when he gives a speech. Is Deb here or just Chuck? I'm just looking through. Keep up the good work. Gonna update your logo. Yeah, Bill make it for you, but I don't know if you got somebody there that's already made your shirts and whatnot. I know he did it for Larry Cluck, but I don't know. Speak of Larry Cluck, where's he at? Oh, Deb is here. Okay, cool. Hi, Deb. Yeah, we got to get you that pink hat still. It's on the list for Bill. Next time he orders hats, or he might have a pink one in house, but we'll get you a pink hat out to you, and maybe get. And I like to get Chuck a hoodie like yours. Does Chuck want a pink one too, or what color would you what color would you like there, Chuck? Horrible service out in you're out in the woods, PJ. Oh yeah, West Virginia, Kentucky. Yeah, I experienced that too. And usually for some reason during the summertime, I struggle doing live streams here, and I end up having to do what's called a premiere video, which I make like an hour long video, but then it takes me forever to upload unless I drive to the tower base, and then we watch it. It's like a replay, but I can there's live chat in there, and then I can chat to you that way instead of talking right into the camera. Wetwood splits easy. Yep. Oh, and yeah, today, this week, as far as sales go, it's been pretty sluggish. Haven't delivered any wood yet this week, but Jeff from St. John's, or he's up in near outside of Michigan, up in that area near the Thumb. He's coming here tomorrow with a load of wood, and we're supposed to deliver hickory to the restaurant in Grand Rapids. But then I had another customer call that I forgot about. And he's like, "Well, you going to bring the wood this weekend?" I'm like, "Yeah, I can do it tomorrow." So Jeff's coming early, and we're going to deliver one to Gun Lake, which is a couple miles away. And then we're delivering to the restaurant. So two tomorrow. And then the campground, one of the campgrounds called me, and they want two Joe cords. And Nate and I are going to deliver to them Friday. So that helps. But the bad thing about it is, like, anytime I sell wood, it's like I gotta buy wood from these guys that are helping me do delivery. So it's like I end up not getting money out of it because, but my stock goes up. But like Darren delivered to me last weekend, two full cords for $1,000. My commission was $200. Darren's gonna bring me $200 worth of wood, so I get no money. But I'm doing okay on money right now, so I'm not too worried about it. And anyway, I just thought I'd let you know how the sales are going. Paw Paw Tom show up yet? There's Carrie Brickman or Beckman from Minnesota. Tan or gray hoodie. Okay, we can. I'm sure Bill has that in his stock. Definitely gray. Sometimes he's limited on the other colors. William Miller's here, but yeah, I was just talking to Bill about that, and he said he doesn't have the kids for Easter egg hunt. And I know I might be doing a live stream Saturday instead. I'll keep you updated, but I did it last Easter. So, and I got plenty of work to do around here. Now that I got the quad, it's making it so much easier to move the splitter around or move that big trailer around that I filled up in yesterday's live stream on Facebook. But I think we're about 10 minutes in. So, oh yeah, what's that? You want to zip up? There's Richie Outdoors. There's a wild man. Wild Man Wednesday. But yeah, it's let them know if you want to pull over or zip up and what color and size, and we'll get on it for you. But what do you think, Bill? About 10 minutes in, we got. I can't see how many people are here, so um, you want to go ahead and put the first picture up, and we'll start going through it. All right, so this is the picture we left off last week. We were up in the neighbor's woods, and we got my truck filled with black locust, and then we filled up the quad trailer. And like I say, it's so close to our house. My brother just followed me back with it. And then there's the next day, a next load. Or we might have came. I don't remember. This might have been the same day we came back and got another second load, because like I said, we don't have to drive far to get it, and it's all over the place. We can see how much I use that quad trailer or the quad. Now check this one out. Safety first at JPF. There's my brother. There's a fallen black locust tree. And my brother's standing on the front of the quad because it's about 6 feet up in the air. And the tree was probably close to 100 feet long. I wish I would have made a video of it instead of, and look at all the hair on his head. I wish I would have took a picture of it, but he was cutting in half to get it unhung. So no chaps, no helmet. All right, and then there's the load we got out of that tree. I don't know if there's any more in the quad, probably. And then there's a me bucking black locust log. Like I say, this woods was just full of them. And there's a load for that day. Looks like my brother's wearing the same shirt, but that's a good decent load. Like we just decided to just throw them into the truck. If we're really far away, we'll stack them in the truck so we can get more. But this is only a mile away from our house, and that was a load of that day. And you can just see how many loads. Like I say, my truck hauled. There's another load. Probably a day. Then the day after that, we were going up there like literally every day. This is like in early spring of, I believe, 2014. And another load. Every picture, these aren't the same loads. These are all different loads. And it's kind of hard to see this. These pictures. This is with my iPhone 6, so it's not as clear. But it looks like we got half a quad trailer load and a full truckload. Like we'll cut until we think it's done. We got it full. What's going on, DJ Wojo? And right there is a picture of those are all barkless black locusts on the ground, ready to go. And like I say, anywhere and everywhere. There's a hardworking man. It's like to cut black locust up there. Oh, I just got an order for wood. Hardworking man. Next week, a guy in Byron Center. So we got to deliver a Joe cord up there. Nate's going to help me do that sometime next week. Now that looks, I don't know, is that cherry? It's either cherry or locust inside the quad trailer, but that's how we move it around. That looks like silver maple. It's definitely not black locust. That, like I say, I got to get it up close. I believe there's more. Those are maple, and anything that was on the ground we were cutting up. Now there's some black locust right there. There's old Zach. Old boy Zach's here. Cowboy's in the house. He's watching on YouTube. That's you today. Yep, more silver maple. Is that what you're cutting, Richie? Oh yeah, I seen you cut down that stub the other day. Saw it was sounding good. Now look at the size of those logs. I think that's oak right there. They did have oak out there too, and I think that's cherry and oak in there. Hi Terry, what's going on? Thanks for stopping by. Now there's more cherry right there. A lot of times I would just drive up there with just the quad too, and then just take one load out, just because it's extra work transferring it to the truck. And another load of black locust in the quad, looking good. Lots of linwood in there, and I think there's pictures of Bill coming up too. He's helped me. Yeah, each one of those is like a load that we cut. They're all different pictures. I know they look the same, but now look at that load. Now that one, I believe there's oak in the quad trailer, and I can't really see what's in the truck, but it looks like black locust. Looks like it's in the fall now because all the leaves are gone. But yeah, that's the load that we cut that day. And then you see we drive right from the neighbors. This is that's in that's bay number one, and we back in right up to the splitter and split it out. The ones that need to be split. Obviously, you don't split the limb wood. Is that outside of Michigan, Dean? You get any rain today, Dean? I talked to Jeff when he said he was driving home from Alpena and he ran into rain that was so hard on the highway that people were pulling off the road. It was coming down so hard today. So I bet you weren't out cutting. Looks like it must have some boiler wood in there too. Yep, and there's me. It looks like it's either sassafras or black locust that I'm bucking up there. But now I got it's wintertime. But that was the load I cut that day. Oh, now I can see the date on there. It says November 25th, um, 2014. So it's probably around Thanksgiving. And a nice load of dry wood. And another one. Look at that. Oh, now that there's see the field mouse in between those two hickory trees. I was probably looking for a spot to nest. And then let's see. I don't remember. I think that might be Chris. It looks like my brother in the background. I think that's Chris that helped me out, and my brother's over there cutting down a black locust tree, or a hung up one. And look at all that dry black gold, all dry, ready to go. That's what Darren always cuts. Hey, what's going on, Jeremiah? Outdoor in the 608. How's it going? Nice to see you here on YouTube. Now there is a nice load. I believe it's oak. I can't tell, but and you wonder why my quad trailer's also beat to hell. Now that almost looks like poplar. I'm not sure, but whatever it is, it's dead and dry and ready to go. It could be ash too. Oh, I hear it thundering. It's thundering right now, so the storms are coming in, Zach. That now I believe this is obviously a load of oak, and that's my brand new. That's when I got my brand new MS 261. I know outdoor in the or the Firewood at the furnace. Took me a second to think of his name because everybody's called outdoors. Um, Firewood at the furnace. He uses a 261, and this is the other property. This is John's property that I'm in. So sometimes he's like right across. He's right across the street. Before he went to prison. But that was like the first load I cut with a 261. And then I'm in his woods, and he had a bunch of dead dry oak in there that he hooked me up with. And there's the 460. And look at that. Look at all that. Tell me that's not dry, Richie's Outdoors. But and there's me holding the 261. I really like that saw. You can just see how shiny the bar is on it, so it's good. Brand new. Oh, your 260? I had one of those. Or yeah, I think I had a 260 before I got the 261. I think that's what. Now this is let's see, what's his name? Joshua. He he's a customer of mine, and he came over and he came out and helped me cut, and then I gave him a discount on his firewood order. And this is we would just ride John's Wood. We couldn't get my truck back in there, so we all the loads cut out of there. Were done with the quad trailer, but it's got the property right across the street, literally across the street, and they had like 40 acres, and they let me cut all the dead dry stuff out there. And that was the load that we cut of all dry oak. And there's another load of dry oak, and another load of dry oak, and another load of dry oak. So yeah, he had a lot of dry oak out there all ready to burn. Bill's kind of flying through these, but you can see, I know a lot of them look alike, but I would estimate that quad trailer is probably hauled well over 100 full cords of wood easily. Now there's Josh. We're cutting limb wood, and he was holding. That's how I like to do it. So it's off the ground. You don't hit the dirt. One person sets them up, and you just zip, 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 zip. And then that's what we got, all dry, ready to go. Looks like some of them are cut a little bit long, but it's ready. And that's how you go out and get dry. You know, uh, probably more Richie's Outdoors. Like I said, this is just, this is where we cut most of it at. Now it looks like we're back in Hanks Woods, and looks like the date is December 29th, 2014. I'm not sure who that's out there with me. Can't really tell. I think it could be Josh. And then there's another load we caught. Like I say, you get two guys out there in the woods on the ground, and you can back right up to it, and you got two guys loading. You could cut a load in like a half an hour especially if it's thrown in. Now that's oak, and when's the date on that? Now it's finally 2015, and that is on January 1st, 2015, because I can see the date stamp on the picture, and that is the dry oak right at Bay One we took back. I remember splitting that and taking to the campground that Nate and I are delivering to on Friday. So all that was dry, so it went right to Bay One. And then now this looks like I can't see the date. Probably looks like January 22nd, and right before we got a ton of snow. There was like 6 inches on the ground, so it's kind of hard to get it out like that. But when you don't have any dry wood and customers don't order early, you got to go out and find it dried naturally in the woods. You got to take a union break. And another load in the quad trailer. Yeah, like I say, Richie, I didn't take pictures of every single load in the quad trailer either. And then there's the second one. I think that's Josh with me. Those were bigger blocks. Yeah, I think, and I think those also went to the campground. Then there's me hauling another load of smaller ones. And looks like that's today's the project of the day. Cut that hung up one down. I like it when they're off the ground like that. And you see, I got it down and getting ready to buck it up. It looks like January 24th, 2015. Hey, Carly, I let them do it. Yep, the customers come out there and I give them a discount. Takes common sense. Some people have it, some people don't. And then it looks like we're out behind the barn, splitting this. It looks like it's semi-season wood that we're splitting and stacking for the upcoming winter. Semi-season only can dry in less than a year. And this is yeah, February 1st of 2015. I think that was Super Bowl Sunday, a blizzard we got that day. And snow was coming down pretty hard, and we ended up getting like 15 inches of snow that day. But this was after there's probably about 4 or 5 inches out there at the time when I cut this. And I think that was the second load. And then you can see got another tree. I think my brother helped me with this load, but you can see where it's bucked up on the ground. Oh no, this is looks like March 11th of 2015, because I remember 2015 February, the whole month was just terrible, super cold and a ton of snow, and we had to wait for a melt to get back out there. Looks like the same picture. Yeah, and I was just taking pictures of them bucked up laying in the snow of oak, and yeah, I believe that's oak, and on that my brother's splitting it splitting and stacking it in bay number 2. So you just imagine how many pieces of wood have been through bay number 2. And then there's another load of oak. That's March 18th of 2015, and probably out in John's Woods, because he's the one that has all the oak. And another load in the quad trailer. So I mean, how much do you think you moved in your trailer, Richie? You, this much wood? This is just 2015. And see, the splitter got a crack in it, and my brother put those 2 metal plates on there, and they're still on there today. But it kept the split of the crack in that from spreading. Now that was a mess. I went up and I cleaned that all up. There was I don't know several trees that fell down in this one area. I don't know if it was from having logged out, but it was such a mess. But I ended up cleaning it up. This is like the first picture, and then I think I got more pictures as it progresses. But to get in there and get all that out, but you can see there's like two or three dry oak tops in that mess. And then I'm making some progress on it. Some of them were like bent over, have like a spring to them, which you kind of got to be careful about cutting those. Or they flip right straight up and could really hurt you. But I probably should have tried dragging some of them out of there. But I was getting in and just cutting until they piled up. And you can see I'm making more progress on it. I think that bent over one was the hackberry tree, if I remember correctly. But I got a lot of good wood out of it. You can see you see them two arched over. That's where the tops landed on them. And that looks like some walnut or white walnut maybe, or oak. Not quite sure. But now when I see it in there, so that's another load that I got out of there. Now this one, me and Bill and I cut this up. I don't know. I think I might have a picture of Bill in here, but tell me. I know Chuck's probably crying right now because look how perfectly straight that oak was. It fell. It got blown over in a storm, but they were like perfect circles. Up to about maybe 18 inches in diameter or 20 inches at the trunk. But Bill and I did that in 2015. It was it March 24th. That's a beautiful load of logs, but it was green. Now this oak in there in that load that's all dry oak. And then there's another load, and I just thought I'd get a picture of the lake because it just thawed out. So I pulled out to the backyard and snapped a picture of the load. And there's another dry one out in John's Woods. Bucked it all up, and it's ready to go. But this is a picture before I loaded the quad trailer. Oh, go back to that other one, Bill. Look at those arches. It reminded me of McDonald's arches. They were both hackberry trees, and I ended up cutting them up. And but it's kind of funny, after I got the trees that were on top of them off, they were still standing and bent over like that. But I did get all the wood out of it. And there's another load of dry oak into the quad trailer. I don't know if that's the same picture. It's probably a different one. Oh, and then there's my chain right there. That's the one that the saw surgeon he sandblasted it and then painted the hooks orange. I lost it in the woods in the wintertime, and that was the day I found it. Hi Woody Val, what's going on? Now there's those two arched hackberry trees. I got them all cut up. I think I just cut them into boiler wood. Looks like they're cut kind of long. I'm not sure, but I cut them with the 261 because I saw sitting on them. And then there's another load of it looks like mixed oak and hackberry. That it looks like I got the chain hooked up to oak top. Probably is probably buried in a bunch of brush or something. So I think I got the chain hooked up to it, or it's on a hill, and I wanted to tow it out where I could work on it. There's Larry Hoddle. Larry Hoddle's in the house. Missing some good pictures, but we got plenty more to go. We're gonna go to about 8 o'clock. So that looks like I don't know what that is. Hickory maybe. And looks like I'm about ready to drag it. And I got it dragged out and bucked up with the old steel chainsaw, the MS-260. And okay, now it looks like that's up right by the house where the near in front of bay number one. And I think I had a customer. I think I cut these short because the customer wanted them 14 inches, so I was keeping them separate. I think that's what I did on this job, but I put them right there so I could split it right into the truck. There's a load. Looks like the one on the back's boiler wood, but I see some what appears to be sassafras in there, and then some more oak. And then there's some black walnut or white walnut. I don't know if Chuck knows ever heard of white walnut. It's also called bitter nut. Uh-oh. Saw surgeon's in the house. There's Ted. Ted's in the house. Saw surgeon. How's it going? Can't stay long. Okay, that's cool. Thanks for stopping in. And then there's another perfect straight one. Nice, perfect diameter. No branches. I know Larry Hoddle likes dealing with those. And then there's another, it looks like walnut. There's a bunch of walnut in there because they had some of their walnut trees, and these are the tops that I cut off them. So walnut firewood. What happened to the MS-261? I was letting Jason borrow it for a long time, and who knows what type of gas he went into it. I had it for like a year and a half. He brought it back to me. Had no very little compression, and I took it in to get fixed, and the steel dealership told me it'd be it was he couldn't fix it, and I had to pay him $35 for that, and then somebody in Kentucky, he bought it from me for like $50, so I sent it there. I don't know if he parted it out or if he thought he could get it going, so that's what happened to it. So that's why I don't let people borrow anymore. I mean, he had it for a long time, but he was like my log supplier, but he didn't have a saw. I bet you Larry Hoddle don't let people borrow his saws unless it's close family. Oh, there's Bill. There's Bill. Yeah, that's Bill over at John's helping me. He's rolling them out so I can finish cutting them. But that was another. That was the rest of the stump from the straight log. I must have did the top of it by myself. So Bill helped me that day. And then Bill took that picture of me. That we got those all loaded up, and then I think I hired Bill to split them for me. But it was a nice little. There's Bill running the saw. Hi, Bill. There's Bill out running the saw. Where's your chaps? Where's your helmet? The PPE police are going to be on you, but I let him cut a couple pieces off the stump with it. And that was the rest. I mean, those are heavy. If Bill remembers, I think it took both of us to lift them up in there. And then there's me out working. It looks like a cherry and then an oak top right next, or a walnut top right next to it. Okay, Brad, fire at the furnace. That's cool. I gave you a shout out earlier. And there's Bill again, my employee of the month for May April of 2015, and he's loading up some of that walnut we just cut, loading the truck. And then there's Bill at the end of the day. Oh, looks like he's wearing a Michigan shirt, Ty man. He's wearing a Michigan hoodie. Can you believe that? And there's the two saws, the 460 and the 261. And the load we got looks like cherry and walnut and some oak in there. Yep. And then we dumped it out in front of bay number 2 because it was definitely not dry. So just like what I'm doing now, filling it up. And some more walnut that we got. This is on April 6th. Maybe that other one was May or April 5th. There now. Look at that. Look at that log. Hi, David Barnes in Tennessee. There's a huge black locust that we found that I'm like, that was the project for the day. Oh, there's Bill on the quad. Bill riding the quad, hauling some. You can see that we're down in the valley, and we just cut some locust up, and Bill was driving the quad up the hill. You can see the truck, barely see the truck up at the top of the hill up there, and he's got his JPF shirt on that he made it for himself. Zach, you like your JPF uh, shirt I got for you? The dark green one. There's Bill. We're getting ready to cut some limb wood. That looks like a piece of walnut there. We're about ready to buck up. If we don't use the trailer, we use the tailgate, and it's a lot easier to cut. And then you just got to pile in one spot and you throw it right into the truck. And then there's me getting ready to cut, and I had Bill take the picture so you can see how he was holding the log on the other end where this picture was taken. And then there's me. Who's here? Oh, is that hardworking man? I think that's hardworking man. Is that? Oh, it's. I was like, who the hell is that? I thought you were hardworking man. Did you hear what I said about the your T-shirt? And there's the load we cut. Look who's in the house. Look who's in the house.
What up?
Can you see him? Pull me up, Bill. Pull me up.
Surprise guest.
Look who just showed up. Look what the cat dragged in. There's a cowboy. Look who's in the house. Say hi, Stacy. Oh, wait, not. Maybe not. You guys aren't talking. All right. All right, Bill. We're going to have to go back to the show. You're going to have to watch on your phone because I'm not going to have the camera on you. Or, I got to look at the laptop. So, all right, where were we? Cowboy's here. Just dropped in. I thought you were my brother or Nate. I'm like, and then I thought it was, it's kind of hard to see. So, Iron Oak says, howdy, Zach. Richie's outdoors. Zach walked in right. Living the dream says, hi, Zach.
What up, boys?
And Thomas Brown loves my videos. All right, and there's all Bill and I. Our equipment, that's what we put in the quad trailer to haul to the job sites. Thanks, Thomas Brown. I appreciate that. Oh, there's Bill testing out the 261. Yeah, I remember, I don't know if Bill remembers it, but like that day he used it, it was all warmed up. But he just to start it, he put the choke on, and you can't do that, Bill. And he's like, oh, now I know. So once it's warmed up, you don't use the choke. But he's cutting, looks like obviously black locust over at the neighbors, and just bucking it up. Nope, that's not Darren. It's Cowboy. And then I think I made a video of this right here. But Bill took a picture of me cutting the locust, the bigger locust. So a lot of people say, why don't you ever go out and cut? Trust me, I did my fair share of cutting throughout the years. Yep, and going down, it was like about 20 inches in diameter, that one. But I'm using a 460 on it. And then there's the load that Bill and I cut that day, black locust. I think I gave Bill some. Also, Bill was it helped me out splitting too, but he needed the black locust because where he was living at the time, it had a wood stove. So I think I gave him like a truckload of wood for helping me cut like 4 or 5 or something like that. Got to go get a bath. Okay, Woody. Catch you later. And then there's the second load we cut that day. And then I think I just had Bill ride the quad right back to the house. Now there's Uncle Tony. It's my brother's brother-in-law, and I had him working for me for a little while. 2015. I think that day that it happened in 2015, we actually had an earthquake, which we never get those, but it actually shook the house. My mom thought that the furnace was going to explode because the house was shaking. It was like a 4.5, which is big for us, and other people around the Midwest remember, or in Michigan, I think Galesburg was like where it was centered at. That's where outside and Eric lives. It was really really rough that day. So, but we were out running a chainsaw, so I didn't feel it. And there's I was having Tony drive the quad. Well, you can see you see the truck in the background. That's as close as we could get to it, you know, because you can't really make trails through it. You need a lot of space for the truck to get through. That's why the quad helps out a lot. And then there's me bucking the log. I think I made a video that day too of the earthquake. I don't know. Maybe the earthquake was the next time, but it was around this time of year. You can see I'm sweating there. Now look at now tell me that's not a beautiful load of locusts. Look at that. Got both saws there. I don't know if Larry Hoddle's still here, and I don't play games. John Dempsey, Joe don't play games, and I'm not. I think Tony helped me with that one, but it's just a beautiful looking load. Like I say, you wonder why my truck was beat to hell, and the quads and trailers in rough shape. Yeah, that was Tony. Looks like somebody else is out there. I'm not sure who that is. Could be my brother too, where Tony's getting ready to drive away. And then look at that load, black locust. You know, like I say, they're all different loads. And then there's another one. Looks like I, I know it's not quite full, but I must have been tired and done cutting for the day because we probably cut the loads before where we just take them back to the house and then dump them out and then drive back up there and get more. And tailgate's still in nice shape. Now look at the size of that locust. You know, locust usually I know Ontario Firewood Furnace. He says he doesn't really see much over 24 inches, but where I'm cutting right there is probably about 20 inches in diameter. I think I got my 25-inch bar on there. Maybe it's a 20, but I think the 25-inch bar is on there. I'm not sure, but you can see how big that one was. As I go through, you can't even see the tip of the bar coming out. Maybe it was just a 20, but 20-inch diameter black locust is really big, and you can see the stump is even a lot bigger than that. And there's a piece that fell off. So, like I say, it's hard to tell, but I would guess I know it's at least a 20-inch bar on there. So, and those pieces weren't light, and that's why I made Tony pick them up. And him and Zach, that's a good job for them. So, yeah, he was able to do it though. I mean, look at those, like 3 pieces, damn near fill up the quad trailer. See, look at there's that. I just cut some like, pie pieces off it, and that I went for boiler wood, but you can see how big it is with the saw sitting on there. That looks like some more walnut firewood. Walnut's not bad; it just takes forever to dry. I really like walnut if you can come across it that's barkless and dry. And there's now part of the deal of cutting over at Hank's property. That's where all the locust is. We were cutting on shares, and then we had to split the wood. So I think we were getting 5 truckloads, but we would then have to split and stack uh, truckload for them for every 5 that I took out. So that's Tony doing it, and I I know one day Tony took the quad back to the house and he got pulled over because he was riding on the road, and he had warrants for child support. He ended up going to jail that day, but at least the officer was kind enough to let him drive the quad to the house instead of impounding it because it was just like a quarter mile away. There's Zach's buddy. You watching? You see who it is? Oh, you're not watching it.
I'm watching.
Logger Wade. That's Jason Sagar. That's his First day. He's the one that was using. He was the one that was using the saw when it died. That was in like 2017 or 16, somewhere around there. But I was making him. He wanted to run the saw. I was like, no, you got to get broken. You got to get broken by carrying the wood. So it looks like there's Tony cutting. I think this is the day of the earthquake because I remember that was a tree we were cutting. Tony's wearing the gnat mask. You see that he's got that on his head, and there's my old crappy tripod that I was using. But look at that. Tell me that's not beautiful, beautiful black locust right there. Nice. It was nice and straight and not dry. Tell me it's not dry. I mean, that was one of the nicest loads that we got out of there. Ready to burn. Probably been out there 20 years. Good old Jason, Zach. And look at I think that was the second load just from the one tree. It was like close to 100 feet long, and that was the second load we got out of it. But look how beautiful that is. Sure is, Richie. And then this is I think this is the last of the tree. Maybe it was 3 loads out of it, or there was a couple other trees back in there. Because it's not very big diameter, but we got the limbwood in the front, and then nice dry black locust on the back. Hey, Scott Cartel, thank you for the stars. I really, really do appreciate it, bud. Thank you. And make sure while we're doing this, make sure everybody hits the thumbs up. But thanks a lot, Scott. Appreciate you. There's one hung up. Looks like we got it. It looks like I see a strap on there. So it looks like we got to pull it. It's cut in there. We're trying to get it down. And you can see we got it off the stump, but it's still hung up. So sometimes you got to fight them to get them down. But we fought it. We got it down. We got it done, and we got another nice load into the truck. Look at that load of black locust. Although it has its bark, it was outside with Shibe with a super chat. Hey, can you bring me up on camera? Can you bring me up on camera again, Bill? Thank you so much, Shibe. I appreciate that, buddy. Sorry about messing up putting your sticker on. I know there's a few wrinkles in it. Somebody wants to say hi to you.
Woo!
Where's your Miller Lite? Not tonight.
OUT.
Not tonight.
Nope.
Got to work.
Yep.
All right. Appreciate that, Shibe. I watched your splitting video today too. I made a comment on it. Splitting that oak, red and white oak. Now I know you're splitting it for like your roadside stand. Man, I get so many comments of people splitting it small, but like I say, if it's what the customer needs and you're making bundles, they're putting it in bags, and that's what you want. That's what it's got to be. So, do you ever get comments from people saying you split too small? Because I get it all the time. All right, we can go to the next one, Bill. And then there's another load. Looks like that looks like walnut in there, maybe some locust. Now there's some more black locust. Look how big a diameter that is, and barkless. So that stuff's ready to go. But oh, you get it all the time, Shive. Thank you. Yeah, and I know who else splits small is Chris in the Woodyard and Zach. But yeah, dude, and people say it, but it's like you got to know your customers' needs, and I do it. My size I'd like to do is 4 to 6 inches, and then if somebody wants it bigger, then they need to request it in advance, or if they want it smaller, have to request it in advance. If not, this is the size I'm splitting it. But your roadside logging, that oak that you were splitting, if you split it smaller, it dries faster, and oak takes forever to dry. So, and I just had a lady call me, and she wants oak and cedar. The only person I know has cedar is Outdoors with Eric, and he likes keeping it. So, but she's like on Lake Michigan. She's like, I'm not worried about the price. I just want it nice. I go, you came to the right spot, lady. Oh, there's Jason. There's Jason. He hung up a tree, and he's using the ratchet strap because he's got that tree hung up. He's trying to get it down. That was a good video. Yeah, exactly. You don't sell for heating. If heating people want it split bigger. You want it smaller to produce more flames that dry faster. You have to do it with that oak and to fit in the bags, and it's just easier making bundles. With smaller pieces. That's no doubt, and then they're not as heavy either. And then the picture on here right now. My brother and I, the tree was already halfway hung up, and we tried cutting it down, and then it got really hung up, and we got the bar pinched, and luckily I was able to save the bar, but it took us forever to get that oak down. But as you can see, we finally got it. You can see the bars on there, but we had to go get the come along too, and pull it off there sideways. Quad wasn't able to do it. And we got it all bucked up and loaded in the quad trailer. Another load in the quad trailer. Are you keeping count, Richie's Outdoors on how many on there? I'm up here leaning up, looking into the camera, and I'm like, you can't even see me right now. Why am I doing that? I need to sit back and relax. My back is like aching. They can't even see me because everybody's looking at the pictures. And looks like a Bay One. We're just that's when I used to stack in Bay One, but there's a load. Looks like some cherry and oak getting ready to go into Bay Number One. All right, look at this one. That oak, it was fell in the woods. Hi, Mike. Fell in the woods, or it's in John's Woods, halfway up a hill, and you can see it's hung up in there, and it was a good size oak, barkless and nice and solid and dry. And then had old boy Jason cut it up. There's Jason putting his weight into it. You see Zach? Remember that? Ugh. So just showing Zach. Zach's here hanging out with me, and then there he is. You can see he's got one piece on the ground, and that's how we usually do it. Come up from the bottom, cut them in like 4-foot sections, and then as the tops as it keeps falling down and falling down, and then eventually you can pull it down, but not like that. But you can see I'm at the top of the hill, and he's at the bottom of the hill still working on it. But he's got it all bucked up. This is what we call downhill logging, and you can roll the pieces down. Zach's familiar with that term. We got a good video of him doing that, and then you can look at the log. Tell me that oak isn't solid, and it's and dry, and even for being that big, because sometimes when you get them that big a diameter, you get towards the center of them, but it probably been there for like 10 years. And there's another load. Looks like Jason's on the quad, and we got some black locust. A nice load between the truck and trailer load, all dry, ready to go. Okay, that sounds good, Bill. Bill just sent me a private message. So yeah, and there's another load. Oh man, we got a video of lifting these up, lifting those up. That was white oak, and I got a video of what's his name, Neil and Jason lifting these big ones in. I might have a picture of them on there, but those were like almost 200 pounds each. It took those guys, both of them, to open. See, there's Neil trying to do one by himself, and you can see how he's struggling. What's going on, Tank? We're just getting ready to wrap things up. We got about 5 minutes to go. We usually stop. We stop about 8 p.m. Eastern time. And that looks like I think that's an ash tree I dropped in John's Woods, and I'm just getting ready to buck it up. Yeah, you can see there it is, all cut up and put into the quad trailer. Remember, I did all this stuff by myself. Now there's Jason again helping me. Looks like we got another hung up tree. I don't know if we got it hooked to the quad or to my truck, but we're getting ready to pull it down. And there's the load that we got. I know pictures of Zach's coming up soon. No, this is 2015. I think Zach showed up about 2015, 2016 to help Jason. Yeah. Well, you knew this was bound to happen. Hauling the load out. You can see how the bars are bent on the quad trailer. Well, my brother and I were trying to drop a white oak, and it kind of twisted on the way down and went about 30 degrees where we weren't aiming it, and it landed onto the quad trailer and it weakened it. And that day, Jason was coming out of the woods. Luckily, he got to a spot where I could get my truck to and transfer the wood, and we got it out. But hey, Bill, what do you think? This is a good one to end on, unless there's another picture of the quad next, or the quad trailer. What's the next one? All right, yeah, let's start with that one. You can bring me up. Got a special guest, cowboy in the house. He's just chilling and watching. Kind of snuck up on me. He's seen me. Kind of like how a saw surgeon did that last week. But so yeah, now you guys can see why I did use my stuff, and you're gonna just appreciate that truck, how much work it did, being a half ton with over 200,000 miles. I didn't start the firewood business until I had, I don't know, I was probably at about 150,000 miles when I started the business, and it made it to 317,600. So
Appreciate it.
yeah. So we'll check out some of this chat here. Like I say, 3 minutes to 8. So any other questions what you guys want to talk about? Like I say, tomorrow Jeff's coming here. We're doing 2 deliveries. Jeff from he lives up by outside of Michigan. He's coming here tomorrow. He's bringing me a load of wood, and then we're delivering 2 truckloads tomorrow. And then Nate and I got 2 truckloads to go out on Friday to the campground. Then we're gonna go look at a job. I have a customer that has. He said the farmer took down a bunch of cherry trees on his fence row, and Jeff asked if we could have them. He said nothing's bigger than like 16 inches in diameter, and he dragged them to his wood pile. But he's like 75, 78 years old, so we're gonna buck them up for him and split them, and I'll probably live stream that. But Nate and I probably won't do that until next week. Good night, Randy. Yeah, Levi, though, I've had a couple slow weeks, but I mean that's usually what happens in April. But this lady I'm supposed to call tomorrow morning and figure it out. Sounds like she could be ordering a lot, and she's pretty far away. But I'm glad everybody's here. If my brother might be doing a tree job on Saturday morning. If he does, I'm going to go out there and live stream and help him out do that. So that might be Saturday. As far as right now, I do plan on going live on Sunday, Easter Sunday, because Bill says he can do it, and I got to keep my streak up. I did it last Easter. The weather's nice. I'm going to be working. If it's raining, I might not do it, but it's supposed to be a low of 24 and clear and ready, or nice and sunny. Tomorrow's supposed to be really windy too, but it's better than the rain. So I know at 8 o'clock Survivor starts, so we're gonna be signing off to watch that. So I want to thank you, Shai, for this super chat, and was that Dave that sent the stars? Appreciate that. That helps out, especially when the sales are slow. But we'll probably do this again next Wednesday. But Sunday, Easter Sunday, we're planning on doing that. So I guess we'll see you guys on Easter Sunday. If not before, if I go live, I'll probably make another video too. Maybe tomorrow when Jeff shows up. But with that, Bill, go ahead and sign us off, and everybody have a great night. Thanks again for making it to the end, and we'll catch you guys